Welcome to SveNFL.
What's up, y'all?
It's Jonathan Rollins.
Skip Misara.
And we are two Americans living in Sweden, crying about football. Why?
I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. We got our ass.
No, we didn't get our ass kicked. All right, we'll talk about all that later, man.
Well, we're coming to you guys on a Monday, so we haven't gotten to my reason for crying yet. Because I assume the Bills are going to beat the brakes off of the Falcons, even though I confidently bet the upset. Which
man.
Well,
I didn't even waste an asterisk on it because I was like, I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm gonna just let this man say what he said. However, the two asterisks I put one asterisk out there that was correct. Your two were incorrect.
That's right. You nailed it.
The one game that you got wrong was the Eagles was off too. We only got two games wrong so far. Flipping pick. And I put a bet in for that. We didn't set the bet up. We were too busy to bet this week. But I did do our flip and pick 'em parlay bet. And I was getting so excited because it looked like after the first window we were going to be on track to cash out or something. And then the fucking Cowboys lost to the Panthers on a last-second field goal because I hadn't bet the Thursday game. So we had everything correct on Sunday.
Crazy.
And then the Panthers hit the game-winning field goal. I couldn't believe it. Because my only saving grace for Sunday would have been if we would have hit that parlay.
I did manage to get back in time to see most of the games.
You want to say where you were at?
Yeah, I was in Poland finishing off this film I was doing over there, and this time I got to stay for a couple of days and enjoy Warsaw a little bit. I got to get some Polish soul food, some fried pierogies, some good shit. Plate of fried pierogies with some beer. That was pretty cool.
Oh, that sounds really good.
But we stepped into the middle of the Polish Old Town, and there was like a kind of "Make Poland Great Again" rally, which was a little.
Oh yeah, don't they have a pretty a movement now, right? Right-wing movement.
Yeah, everybody walking around with their flags and talking about how immigrants are terrible and
certain immigrants
and gay people should be thrown in a fire pit or something. I don't know. It was crazy. We met some weird people. I was there. The guy I was there with was a Swedish friend of mine who happens to be black. So people were definitely not being super nice to us when we were. He walked up to this Polish guy and he was like, "Excuse me, sir, could you tell me what street we're on?" And he just looked right at him and went, "No."
Oh, wow.
I was like, holy shit. I started laughing. I was like, wow, that is so cold-blooded.
You should say, well, can you tell me why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why not?
Tell the white guy why?
Man.
Oh, man.
I was just watching the Thurgood Marshall movie. I didn't know about it. I saw that it was on TV yesterday. So I just like, because he was one of my heroes growing up. The first black Supreme Court justice and all that stuff. And he led the Brown versus Board of Education with the integration in schools in the 50s. And I was like, oh shit, they have a movie about him. And played by the guy who plays Black Panther. What's his name? Who died? Chadwick Boseman. So I was like, oh, how's he play? Because, he was light-skinned, So I was like, oh, he must have nailed the shit because he's not light-skinned like Thurgood Marshall. So I was just watching it, and there's a scene where there's a cop who he's talking to, and the cop won't talk to him. He's talking to the white lawyer. He won't answer his questions. And it's just like, damn, what a reminder. And they're doing that shit today. This was the 50s. And they're doing that shit today in Poland. Like, get out of here, man.
Shit's back, bro. We went back the next day, and those guys obviously weren't there. It was much nicer to roam the streets of Poland without all of the racists hanging out. But it was a cool vibe. And probably my funniest football-related story was I was in the airport yesterday.
Okay.
It was around 3:30. Obviously, the Jets and the Broncos game had just started, the London game, and I was watching it on my phone, and this lady kind of creeps up behind me, and she's like looking over my shoulder, and she's like, "Hi, I'm sorry, I'm just being nosy." I was like, "Oh, really?
One of us, huh?"
I was like, It's okay. I was like, "Where are you guys from?" She's like, "Oh, we're from Denver." I was like, "Oh, well, that's the Broncos playing right now." And right as I said that, what was it, like the third play of the game where Bo Nix throws the ball and the guy fumbles and the Jets recover it, and they were like, "Oh no!"
Oh wow!
And I was like, "Lady, don't worry about it. The Jets are ass.
Jets are the Jets.
There's no way they're gonna win this football game."
Yeah, that's true. Damn.
Exactly.
That's so cool, man. It's the thing about football. It's the glue that binds the country together sometimes, man.
Yeah, even when you're in a Polish airport.
Yeah, man.
Who was that audio clip of? Was that Cam Scattaboo? Was that Cam Scattaboo?
He does run this shit.
Dropping the N-word in the end zone?
Yeah, that's what. Did he do that?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say.
He shocks me as one of those like.
Yeah, down with the brothers. Yeah, like I can see that being with McCaffrey too. It seemed like you know, and Kelsey 10 years ago, not now.
Right.
Old Kelsey might have.
Back when Kelsey used to talk like he was black.
Yeah, but then he's been reformed.
Yeah.
But the Giants shocked the world, man.
Yeah,
they wrote me off. I ain't right back though.
Yeah, man, it was pretty dope.
34-17. It feels like
ass whooping.
It feels like the Eagles got exposed here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, man.
I mean, we've been talking about them being a little like fake good.
Fake 4-0.
And they got exposed pretty good in this game.
Yeah, I was watching it, man. It felt like they couldn't get quite going. And they were not prepared for Jackson Dart, his stat line looks a little pedestrian. 17 to 25, 195 yards, a touchdown, but he's using his legs a lot, and it seemed like they had no clue that he was going to do that, even though we all know that he's going to do that. So he had 58 yards, and he ran the ball 13 times.
Yeah, I got to see a good chunk of this one because I flew to Poland on Friday.
Oh, okay.
So I downloaded the game in 40, and I watched it on the plane.
Okay, smart.
From Stockholm to Poland, and I was like, I already knew obviously what had happened, but I just was like kind of amazed at what I was seeing. In some ways, you know, and you hear a lot of the narrative going into this game that despite the fact that the Eagles obviously have a winning record, I mean they were like one of the worst teams in the league on third down.
Wow,
which is kind of crazy.
It seems like they're playing for fourth down. They're playing for the tush push.
Well, they even had that like ugly sequence in this game where they ran the tush push like 3 or 4 times in a row. It was just like, ugh.
But they scored at the end of that, right? Yeah,
they did. But to me, it's like, okay, fine. You can sit here and say like, hey, that's a football play, sure, but don't run that play 3 times in a row and try to convince me that there ain't something wrong with your football team.
Yeah, so true.
Like you're basically telling us it's like a cry for help at this point.
Yeah.
Because they got absolutely manhandled by not just Jackson Dart, but Scattaboo obviously rushed for nearly 100 yards and 3 touchdowns. The only person that Hurts had any real connection with in the passing game was Dallas Goedert. That's another indication that there's something wrong with your offense.
Yeah.
Your tight end is not supposed to be your number 1 wide receiver, period.
That's true.
And it's not even the yards. He's like, it would be one thing if it's like, oh, he caught 2 or 3 passes and he just broke one off. He's got 11 targets, 9 receptions. I mean, that's more than anybody else on the team. So
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I feel like they kind of figure it out all the time. We've said that they're like the new Chiefs who kind of figure out how to win, but I don't know, man. You can't lose. Who did they lose to last week? It was the Bucs. They lost to the Giants, and losing to the Bucs isn't.
They lost to the Broncos last week.
Broncos, that's what it was. Oof.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They got it back to the drawing board, man. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Well, luckily for them, their next game is against
but it was
Vikings.
just the Giants. We were saying that last week. Luckily for them, we thought it was a get right game.
Well, what's funny is that their next game is against the Vikings, and then after that, they're playing the Giants again.
Yeah. Oh,
so
it's gonna be a beatdown. I think this is gonna be one of those things where Jackson Dart gets figured out, and people are gonna make him have to throw the ball, and they're gonna be spying him and stuff like that. And it's gonna be one of those where you gotta adjust.
Well, the important thing to that point is that he can't keep playing like this. I mean, he's putting himself in harm's way.
Yeah.
He's extremely dangerous. He's there. I'm pretty sure the NFL is already investigating how quickly he came back from that concussion. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw it because he was holding his head.
He's holding his head. He goes in a blue tent. Russell Wilson comes out, runs 2 plays, and then they cut to Brian Daboll on the sidelines. He's literally running into the blue tent saying, "Give me this man. Give him back to me right now." And that's not how it's supposed
to go. Yeah.
They're going to get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think he's a problem. He's difficult to plan for, but he's also he's a detriment to his own health. I do not expect this man to play every game of the season from here on out. He's probably going to get killed at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, man. The Jets, man. This is. Have you seen Justin Fields' stat line?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
It's funny because like I said, I managed to see the first half in the airport. And then as I got on the plane and I wasn't able to keep watching the video anymore, I was just looking at the box score. And at some point it was like the drive before their last drive of the first half. He was like 1 for 2 with 1 yard passing.
Yeah, I saw that.
What the fuck?
They weren't even trying to let him throw it. This was one that we could have had him under, of course. 9 of 17, 45 yards, man. And it was so frustrating watching him in the pocket, look around, looking lost, ready to come down. But they were ready for him to try. I mean, it's the Broncos defense, one of the top defenses in the league. So he couldn't really leak out. He was just like, it was like sack after sack. He didn't diagnose anything. He didn't have his head up. It was just some of the worst quarterbacking that I've seen.
Yeah, what was it, 9 total sacks in the game?
Yeah, they were all over this guy. And he was holding the ball so long, man, that he probably like his hand is all red from patting it, from patting the ball while it's in the pocket, just waiting and waiting, and nothing's going to develop. And they just
he's questionable this week with a hand injury on his non-throwing hand from patting the ball so much.
Exactly, man. It was really bad, man. And the Broncos, imagine getting out of a game like, oh, we only scored 13 points, so that's all we needed.
It has to be so frustrating to be a Jets fan because now you have a situation where the defense comes out and does everything that they need to do to win a football game.
Yeah.
And the offense can't play complementary football. They just can't do it. It's not a real football team. This plan of having Justin Fields as your quarterback was not a real plan. It's just another throwaway season for the Jets. And
that's a shame, man.
And here they are they're still they still haven't won a game yet. They're 0-6. As far as the Broncos are concerned, it's like
they didn't look that good either.
I can't really say a lot of nice things about them either. I was rooting for them to lose because it supports my Bo Nix sucks take. But honestly, I still think he sucks. I mean, I didn't think he was very good in this game. He only completed 19 out of 30 for 174 yards.
It was almost all screens and underneath. And then
because that's and that's what it is. I mean, I'm telling you, like that's when they fixed the offense last year. This is exactly what they did, and this is the argument I was trying to make before the season started. Was that they got all that tape. Everybody knows exactly how to stop this team and hold them to, 13 is like pretty obscene, but I just don't expect the Broncos to do much. Defense is great though. I mean, those guys are genuinely terrifying.
Yeah. Next game was the we got the Colts played the Cardinals in a high-scoring affair here. I thought the Cardinals were gonna pull it out.
Close call.
Yeah, it was a close call, but the Colts, man, they come out of here 5-1, and Daniel Jones is dual threat, man. They're using him the way that his best season was with the Giants when the first year with Dayball, and that the Dayball Jones is back now. It looks like he's minimizing his mistakes, and yeah, his neck still looks too long for his uniform, but other than that. And Jacoby Brissett, did you see that Hail Mary he tried to throw?
Yeah.
Man, he's got it. He didn't have that arm when he was backing up for the Dolphins. I remember he was dirting the ball all the time, and now he threw from the 35 and it made it to the end zone.
Yeah, he fucking
launched
that was a rocket.
Shit. Yeah, I didn't know he had that in him.
You know, for me, I come out of this game feeling I keep wanting to find a reason to discredit the Colts.
Yeah.
But here we are in week 6, and I just feel like they keep passing the test.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're for real. Yeah.
I keep wanting to doubt them, but it's like they just keep passing the test, and they look so good. And obviously, probably one of the greatest things to happen for the Colts this year is that Jonathan Taylor basically looks like the version of Jonathan Taylor when he won the rushing title.
Was it like 3 years ago?
Back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he just seems unstoppable every week. He's like a guaranteed 100-yard rushing. This day he's got 123 yards and a touchdown. He's averaging like almost 6 yards a carry, which is crazy.
Yeah.
The Cardinals did a great job of putting a little something together. Now they've lost both of their top running backs, but they made some things happen when they needed them to with those guys. And Jacoby Brissett, I don't know. He certainly looked better than Kyler Murray. I can say that.
I was going to ask you that. I know you're not a huge fan, but we were just talking about last week about how he can be like he's going to be starter and then out because you don't really want him as your backup.
No.
So, I don't know. And now he's got a foot injury. I don't know, man. They might look better without him. This could be a Ewing theory type of thing where the star of the team is the thing holding the team back because they still put up 27.
I mean, and then when you look at the Colts schedule too, I mean, it's a pretty favorable go from here. I mean, you're playing next they play the Chargers, which, they've started to look vulnerable.
Yeah. They should have lost. The Chargers should have lost. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you're going to tell me all about it.
Yeah.
They play the Titans after that. Be really interesting to see what they do against the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I saw that the Falcons were playing the Colts in Berlin this year. I was like, well, that could actually be an easy win for the Falcons, but I don't think that anymore.
Oh shit, not good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Tell me all about how the Chargers should have lost to the Dolphins.
Was
that the next game?
Yeah, it's the next game, man. There was a point in the game when the Dolphins they went to the half up 13 to 9. Another game where we had the lead, and it felt like, all right, we got this, and then all of a sudden we're down 23 to 13, and I was like, what the fuck happened? It just keeps happening, man. Giving up leads, and then we fought our way back and get the lead with 45 seconds left. And nobody in my apartment, including Sandra, who started watching games with us now, she's actually sitting there like getting into it. And I feel so bad for her that she has to go through these heartbreaks week after week. And we get the lead with 45 seconds left. Darren Waller, wide open, great play design. Tua, great throw. Waller, easy catch, touchdown, 45 seconds left. And we know they're going to find a way to break our heart today. And they had your boy Ladd McConkey in their grasps. No, before that, had Justin Herbert in Jalen Phillips' grasps with Chubb falling on him too. and they can't bring the guy down. And he throws it to McConkey, who puts somebody on skates and gets in field goal range, and then they can run the clock out. And it's just like, this is just the worst way to lose. The worst way to lose. And then icing on the cake, we get the ball with like 5 seconds left. There has been a Miami Miracle. Of course, they brought it up that the Miami Miracle happened in Miami against the Patriots. And Tua was like, all right, I'm going to just throw the ball to the other team just to make sure that we don't have any drama whatsoever. He just throws it. Derwin James makes the pick because they just think, oh, maybe they'll see if we're going to just pitch it around. No, let's intercept the first throw in the pitch around. Yeah, the game started with a pick too. Like Waddle catches the ball and then throws it to the other guy. Just gives it to them. That was the beginning of the game, and I was like, hey, we're in for it. But then Miami fought their way back, got ahead, and then found a way to lose because they had to make it heartbreaking. Like, a loss is, you can't just lose. Let's make it heartbreaking, because you can't have such a wonderful city and a good football team. That's what I've come to the conclusion.
I had so many mixed feelings as I was watching the end of this game play out.
Yeah.
Because as I always root for your Dolphins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But my guy, former Bulldog Lad McConkey, was an absolute stud in this game in the clutch. And I was getting all excited. I was like, oh, the fucking Lad. Oh wait, but it's against the Dolphins. I was like, damn.
And you know what's crazy? Oh, and then to icing on the cake, Oronde Gadsden II is a name that a lot of Dolphins fans are familiar with because his father used to play for us. And then you give birth to this child who's going to get 7 catches for 68 yards on us. Like, why would you even? What are you doing? Do you care about your former team? And then every week they talk about some player having a breakout week, running back, because our run defense is so bad that we just make a star every week where people are going to, what I'm warning people of, there's 2 things you can do. You can either go on the waiver wire and pick up the running back that's going against the Dolphins. That's one strategy. Or release the one who just played the Dolphins that has all the hype. Trade him because he's not going to be that good the next week because shitty running backs look great against the Dolphins, and then they revert back to the norm. So, Kamani Vidal.
Yeah, he's the latest. 124 yards.
Yeah. It's like all these
carries.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to be, I mean, by all accounts, going into the game, most people were predicting that Hassan Haskins was going to be the lead back.
Yeah. And they're just like, no, let's give it to the one nobody ever heard of. And then
but apparently this guy just started popping off, and they were like, well, just keep giving him the rock. Like,
yeah, man.
So,
You're getting escorted to the end zone by the no, not end zone, but escorted down the field by Dolphins. So yeah, that was another not fun day, and it feels like my team is going to get blown up. And that's the thing you don't want, even though it might be necessary. You don't want it to not work with the coach and then have to start over and the quarterback and all this stuff. And then Tua's in the press conference talking about how people aren't coming to the players only meetings. Like, shut the fuck up. You threw 3 picks, man. Shut up. Like, why are you doing? Like, it's over, man. Browns, huh?
Browns. How about those Browns?
Yeah, man. How about the Browns?
How about those doo-doo Browns?
How about the doo-doo Browns?
9 points they managed to score.
Why is Dylan Gabriel throwing the ball 52 times?
That's a good question. That is a good question.
I don't get it, man. Aaron Rodgers, he had a high percentage, 21 for 30. I mean, is he turning back the clock? No. But
Aaron Rodgers looked really good in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, that touchdown pass that he threw into a bucket to DK Metcalf was unreal.
Yes. That's a good connection. They got a good connection, the two of them.
They do. It's starting to heat up. The Browns kept shooting themselves in the foot, too. There was they got a bunch of penalties. There was one penalty. They committed I think a false start or holding or something on a punt that extended a drive that led to that DK Metcalf touchdown.
Yeah.
So they certainly didn't make their job any easier. I kind of thought Rodgers would be in the crosshairs for pretty much the entire day with that defense on the field, but it was Dylan Gabriel who was sacked 6 times.
Yeah.
Rodgers walked away with a clean jersey. He hardly got touched.
Getting that ball out of there fast.
Yeah, he does. He lets go of it pretty fast. but I think he knows where his bread is buttered. He's out here dealing. He looks good.
Sneaky 4-1, man.
Any other quarterback, we'd be talking about this guy like, holy crap, this is amazing. But he has so much
baggage.
So much baggage, so many like weird moments that like nobody really wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
But if this was Joe Flacco, remember when Joe Flacco? If Joe Flacco went to the Bengals like this and started doing this shit,
it'd be the talk of the league. Yeah,
people would be freaking out.
Yeah, it would be the talk of the league. Instead, the talk of the league is the Cowboys losing. They're 2-3-1. Talk about demoralizing.
It's such a weird football team, dude.
I don't understand.
So bad. They're so bad on defense. They're like, I heard they're the perfect fantasy team.
Yeah.
Because they go bananas on offense. Like if you get Prescott, get Pickens, get Williams, get them all. Get all the Cowboys you can. But they
don't get dubs.
But they're not going to win. But because their defense is so bad, they constantly they're engaged in all these fucking shootouts.
I heard that they're considering a trade to try to get Micah Parsons on their team. I think that would help their defense. I know it's unrealistic because nobody's going to trade away one of the best defensive players in the NFL. Like, why would a team do that? So, they can't get him. That's the biggest hope, though. If they could get him, imagine the chemistry he would have with the other players on that defense. In that scheme, I think he could be a top player in the NFL. He's already a top player in the NFL. But imagine him in that Dallas Cowboys defensive scheme. I don't know. I can't imagine it.
See, this is, for the listeners, this is just Jonathan's, ESPN shock jock, first take.
Yeah.
Kind of
pipe dream.
He's trying to do a Stephen A. Smith impression over here. It's crazy. He's just making shit up.
Because there's no way.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell
you. Every game you have Dak Prescott essentially throwing for well over 200 yards.
Yeah.
Every game he throws for at least 2 touchdowns. He goes for 3 in this one. But this Dallas defense, turns around and makes the Panthers. Well, I don't know. They didn't make Bryce Young look good, but they had the same problem that you guys had with Rico Dowdle. This guy, 2 weeks in a row, has over 200 scrimmage yards. This one he's got 183 on the ground. And
who did he play for? Who did he play for last year? He got traded, man. Where was he at?
Yeah, exactly. If only the Cowboys would have kept him. He pops him for 56 yards through the air and 183 yards on the ground. It's crazy. Stop this man.
I don't know, but it does give me like a little bit of I feel a little better when the team, when they show out a little bit like that. Like maybe we're not the worst thing ever. With the Patriots looking good, and then you know what I mean? Maybe we have a tougher schedule than anybody thought.
I cannot even tell you how much fun I did not. Well, actually, I wanted the Cowboys to win this game because the Panthers are in our division. Obviously, I want them to lose. But the most enjoyable thing for me in this game, I just want an ISO. I want one camera to just follow George Pickens everywhere he goes. I want him on the field. I want a reality show that follows him home. Yeah. I want more of this man in my life. He was just an absolute lunatic in this game, making crazy catches.
Yes.
He goes for 168 yards. He's hurdling motherfuckers. And then 10 minutes later, he's like, oh, yeah, that worked the first. Let me try to hurdle this motherfucker too. And then he has another one where he breaks off this catch and a run. He knows he's getting ready to go out of bounds. And instead of doing a stiff arm, he does he's pretending to do a stiff arm, but he's really just punching this guy with his open palm in the face. It's just like,
give him a little something.
And then they cut to him and you see him. He's just like cracking up laughing. Like he's just having so much fun.
I don't know if I've seen a grapefruit session this exaggerated before. This was Damn, that was a full on. You did a double angel right there, man.
Double angel.
What happened to the Jacksonville Jaguars, man? We thought they were a fake 4-1 anyway. We said that, and now the Jaguars they turned into the pumpkins that we thought they would.
Well, let's say they played a good Seahawks defense. To be fair,
yeah.
And they had, what was that one play? Oh man, that was a bad look. That was a huge play for the Jaguars, where they had a big passing touchdown to Brian Thomas that was wiped off of the board because Travis Hunter pulled a Kadarius Toney and had his foot on the fucking line.
Yeah.
That was a shame.
Embarrassing.
And you're already,
I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed.
Yeah.
in the crosshairs of the national media because you got so much hype coming into the league saying that you're going to be this two-way player, and then you make some dumbass mistake like that. It's a bad look.
Yeah.
That being said, the Seahawks are just a better football team. Period.
Man, this goes with my narrative now, man. It's starting to look like just the NFC just might be pushing itself past the AFC besides the elite teams. The AFC is very top heavy. The NFC just looks like a stronger conference in all. So when they play against each other, it feels like the bet side should be on NFC, as I've been saying all season. A little switcheroo.
Yeah. I mean, I just think, you do not want Trevor Lawrence throwing the ball 42 times. I know you're coming from behind, but that can't be.
No.
That can't be the strategy.
Yeah, he's not built for that, man.
They couldn't run the ball in this game.
Not at all.
Which has been kind of one of the reasons why they've won so many football games this year is because Travis Etienne has been great so far, but the Seahawks snuffed that out.
Yeah.
And once you can't do that, it's like, okay, T-Law, beat us with your arm. That didn't happen.
But Sam Darnold was out there beating him with his arm.
Exactly. And playing a much more reasonable game of football. 16 for 27, 295, 2 touchdowns, 10 yards per throw. And then T-Law, obviously, he gets sacked 7 times. It's like, in a way, you can kind of understand how this game went sideways for them.
Yeah.
When you got a defense that good, you can afford to win games by only scoring 20 points. So
yeah, it's true.
Good for them. But you're right, though. These two teams, where you compare, they have the same record, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks feel like a real 4-2 team. The Jaguars feel like a fake one.
Yep. But they're up towards the top of the AFC. SveNFL is proudly sponsored by Brisket and Friends. Brisket and Friends is the best barbecue in Sweden. Brisket and Friends. Barbecue so good, make you want to slap your grandma. Go there. Get you some good barbecue. Best in Sweden. Now, back to SveNFL. One team that's at the bottom of the AFC somehow is the Baltimore Ravens, man. 1-5 now. But we knew they would lose to the Rams. But they put up a good fight, man. They held the Rams to 17 points. I was watching it. I was like, how's this close? It was a weird game. But the Rams finally got their shit together and pulled it out.
I don't know why, but it's just so. I think it's mostly because I like, again, like you said, defense put up a fight, right? They've been terrible all year.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry looked good in this game.
Yeah.
122 yards rushing. I thought the team looked better with Snoop Huntley in there than Cooper Rush, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
When they made the switch. They just look better.
Yeah, he's been in the system too, and he matches more of a. I mean,
he feels more of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, it feels like it's easier to call the game for him if you're calling a game for Lamar Jackson normally.
I mean, it's hard not to just imagine that the Ravens are kind of cooked for this season.
It sucks, man.
They're 1-5. Next week they'll be on their bye week. Lamar Jackson will be back after the bye week.
But
but the problem is, they just can't afford to. If they're going to do this and pull this out, which I think they could theoretically, they're basically this year's Bengals. They can't afford to lose anymore.
No margin for error.
They just got to go on a fucking heater.
Yeah.
Which is possible. I mean,
don't they have
when
a
they come
week
back from
into
the
the
bye,
season?
when they come back from the bye, they play the Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, Browns, Jets, Bengals, Steelers, Bengals, Patriots. I mean, you look at the schedule; it's there for the taking. But this team, even with Lamar Jackson, and all of their complementary pieces, is known for losing a game here and there that they're not supposed to lose. So it's going to be a tough order for them to pull this off.
Yeah, we'll see. The Saints tried to get up and get at the Patriots, but Spencer Rattler looked better than I've seen him all season.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to sling it around. They're at that place now where they're just like, fuck it, man. I think the Dolphins are going to fall into that where they're just throwing haymakers for the rest of the season. And I think the Saints have already gotten into that mode, and they were giving the Patriots all they could take. But the Patriots look like just a solid team, man. Even though they sputtered to the end, to the final of the game, but when it started out, it looked like it was going to be a blowout at first. And then the Saints started. They were giving it to them, man. That shows you that these guys are pros, man. They're not giving up.
Nah.
Talking about throwing games and stuff. Yeah, they don't care about your draft picks and shit like the fans think. But Spencer Rattler, I didn't even see the stat. 20 for 26, 227 yards. Go Spencer. He's the future.
Yeah, he might be the best one-win quarterback in NFL history.
Nah. Alvin Kamara with 31 yards rushing. Jeez. But the Patriots look legit. I'm so tired of a slobbing of Drake May. This is going to be the rest of my life, man. I think for 15 more years, I got to deal with this. They were trying with Mac Jones, and Drake May might be the guy now, and it's just going to be just slop, 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 slop. It's going to be sloppy knobby for the rest of my life. Thanks, New England.
It is a little annoying to sort of feel this media momentum.
Yeah, they couldn't wait.
As soon as it starts to kind of turn, like they just really want the Patriots to come back.
Yeah, they want it.
And I don't know why. I'm like, what? Well,
it's a narrative thing, just like the Boston the Red Sox. For people just thinking like the curse of the Bambino and all of that stuff. They want all of this lore to be real, so they want it to be like it's not just Tom Brady and not Bill Belichick. It's the city. It's the New England thing. It's like no, it's not. It's putting together a team practically and making it work, and they just want it to be bigger than that. And it's just fucking sports, man.
Yeah, fuck the Patriots.
I sound bitter, and I am. Gino tried his best to lose yesterday to the Titans, but then the Raiders, the Titans tried. They made sure that no, we'll lose it. Let us handle that. We got it down. You've lost enough. Let us do this for you. Yeah, this was a sloppy ass game.
This is actually, I think I was in the middle of the second quarter. Sunday, when I was shooting on Sunday, I had like a 5 a.m. call time.
Yeah.
So yesterday was a long day. And I was sitting there, my whole family had already gone to bed, and I'm tuned into the late window. Mm-hmm. I get to the middle of the second quarter of this game, and I was just like, nah, man, I can't do this anymore. I gotta go to sleep.
I was up watching, man. I was like doing some I was cutting some videos for people that performed at my club. So I was just like, all right, I'll do that while I keep an eye on these games. Because I was I assumed you were missing them. So I was like, I need to watch these games so that we can record and I can know what I'm talking about. And I was just like, I root for Gino, even though I had a little bit of hatred for him at the beginning of his career. He just seemed kind of entitled and like annoying. And then he's got the whole redemption story, and it got fun.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back though.
And that moment and stuff like that. So then it got like, okay, and then he's Black Baker, turning to Black Baker, and but now he's Black Gino, man. He's Jets Gino. He's turned into Jets Gino from Black Baker to Jets Gino, and it's like, damn, what happened, man? Like he was like really trying. I don't know. They won, which is good. Max Crosby is insanely good, Watching him fly around the field like that, it was fun, but it was like, Geno was trying. He was making some bad. I think they called back an interception, and he did throw one. I was like, the streak, No, I don't think he threw one last week, but yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a rough one to watch, but I did my best.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
That was how I felt about Cam Ward, man. But we were saying that Tennessee, they're probably going to be coach hunting, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because it was, like I said, it was sloppy. One game that was fun, though, was the Bucs and or did you have more to say about that game?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Bucs 49ers was more fun, even though I guess it was Baker is Baker, man. He's a fun-ass quarterback. But Mac Jones, even though he didn't have the best game, he was fun. He was running around.
Sure.
There was a nasty injury in this game. He's probably going to be out for good. What's his name?
Drake Greenlaw is out. He's done for the year.
Yeah, that was. Did you see his ankle turn the wrong way?
Unfortunately, yeah, I did.
Yeah, they showed it.
I think this might have been one of the last things I saw before I went to bed.
Yeah, because it seemed like they didn't realize that they were going to show it on TV. Because I was watching Red Zone, and you could hear Scott was like, "Oh shit!" It's like, "Oh no, we were supposed to cut away from that, guys." You know what I mean? It was that type of vibe. But Mac Jones, even though it felt like he kind of turned into a pumpkin a little bit, because he had all that momentum. This was the reminder that Brock's the guy or whatever. But he was out there putting on his best Baker impersonation, where he got stepped on by his lineman, and then he's just falling all over the place, getting beat up a little bit, bumped around, and still like coming back ready to go. He got sacked 6 times, man, and he's still like coming in, fighting his way through it, doing his best Baker impersonation. The only problem was on the other side of the field was the real Baker. And the young buck looks fantastic, man.
Yeah,
that was
I keep wanting to find a reason to discredit these Buccaneers, but I can't do it.
Yeah, I like that. Because is there what's his name? Their other running back, not Rashad White, the other guy. Is he hurt?
Bucky Irving, yeah.
Bucky, okay.
He's out right now.
Because I was looking for him, but then Rashad White looked great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was fun, man. It was like Baker's distributing the ball all around, and it didn't matter. It doesn't matter who's in, and Mike Evans is still hurt. So like, imagine when he gets back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. They look like the spoiler alert best team in the NFC.
Smart football team.
Yeah, man.
I mean, most people are arguing that Baker Mayfield is definitely the early candidate for MVP.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Nobody saw the Bucs coming like this.
No, I don't think so.
I was jokingly talking about he's the best player in the NFL, but he's like turning into that for real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's real.
It's not as sexy as Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, but Baker's
I'm hoping for a late season collapse, obviously, but yeah. We'll see.
Another the team they wanted to push on us. They were trying to shove them down our throat to have us over here sounding like you when you talk about Georgia, but that's the Green Bay Packers. They were really trying to shove them down our throat, and they beat up on the Bengals. Their defense kind of carried the day, but Jordan Love, he's fun to watch as always. But Joe Flacco out here, he was trying, man. How many times did he get sacked? It felt like he was getting his ass whooped.
Only one. He says once, but
he looked like he was running for his life, man. Or not running. He doesn't really run. He kind of he looks like a gazelle. He kind of like gallops.
Yeah. I mean, the good news is he came in and played pretty competent football to kind of steady the ship, so to speak.
For not knowing the playbook, probably is.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Moving forward, but I mean, I'm a little surprised that the Packers maybe had this much trouble with the Bengals. I thought Jordan Love. One of the last things I saw too was Jordan Love throwing a very stupid interception.
Yes,
that was quite early in the game, and I've always kind of criticized him for doing stuff like he's done that. He's done that in the past, where it's like he's rolling out to his right and he makes a throw that he probably should just throw out of bounds, and then he makes a mistake like that.
You got to think about it though, man. Favre, and then Rodgers came up under Favre, and then Love comes up under Rodgers. It's like same type of gunslinger mentality.
They still just can't run the ball, which is like a massive problem for them.
For the Bengals?
It was supposed to, the Bengals are supposed to have Chase Brown was supposed to be that dude this season, and he hasn't done shit.
Yeah, I think the Packers just got good defense. It might be one of those things, man.
No, but I just mean it's like week after week, and it's
okay.
Him not being able to run the ball, the fact that Joe Burrow got hurt, and the fact that none of their quarterbacks have been able to step in and play super great. It's the offensive line is the problem.
Yes.
So they've spent, in a way, like they've painted themselves into a corner with all these good players that they had to pay top of the market,
and they can't even use them.
That it's made it difficult for them to afford addressing what their real problem is. In all honesty, they should have probably let one of those guys go.
Yeah.
And allocate those resources to fixing the offensive line, but they let the quarterback get in their head.
Yep.
And
then he's hurt.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like they have a Porsche in the garage or a Lamborghini just in the garage. They can't get, or no keys. Fuck, where am I? Goddamn. Okay, I guess I'll take my Voy. Oof. The Lions and the Chiefs, man. This seems like almost like a rivalry, man. They've been playing each other a lot lately. Somehow, interconference.
And this football game turns into a hockey game at the end with a fucking full-on brawl. It's like, what happened there?
Yeah, man. Somebody got punched in the face, or open hand, like you said, George Pickens did. The same thing happened as the clock was expiring. And the funny thing is that the clock was still running, and the refs were like, yeah, I got shit to do, man. I ain't blowing my whistle, man. My whistle's done, man. I got to get my kids. I got to go to daycare, go pick the kids up.
We're going to let the league hand out these fines.
Yeah, well, there's going to be fines anyway. I'm not calling nothing, man. I got to go, man. I'm not breaking that shit up. These are grown men. Nothing going to change. You only scored 17 points. The Chiefs' defense is motherfucking back and shit. Okay. In the words of your boy, man. That defense, talk about, they were swarming from the first play. I watched every play of the game because I woke up. I was up so late last night that I woke up because I saw the first half of this game. I was up watching it. That's how late I was up last night. And then I woke up and watched the rest in the game in 40 or whatever. And from the first snap, the defense was swarming. And I don't know how many catches Amon-Ra St. Brown had, but it seemed like he was their only hope. He had 9 catches and then only 45 yards because they were just going to him, and he would just get tackled. But it wasn't even like the Chiefs just rolled over these guys, man. I don't know what else to say. They were moving. It seems like everybody knows the key to taking Jared. I mean, Goff, his stat line looks good: 23, 29, 203, 2 tutties. But he was off the mark as far as where he was throwing all night. They were like making him move, and then he's not comfortable. And that was kind of it, man. Going underneath, not doing too much with it. Yeah, so it was. They were bottled up the whole night, man.
This feels like such a huge win for the Chiefs.
Yeah,
because if they had lost this game, they'd be 2-4.
Yeah.
Right. So now instead they're 3-3 in a division where it's still tight.
Yeah.
The team is starting to gel, and next week they get Rashee Rice back.
Yeah. And there was some sequence that felt like a first-year Dan Campbell sequence when it was more bravado than analytical genius or whatever. when they were like, it was 4th down and they were going to go for it. Then they got a penalty and then they were thinking about going for it. Then they ended up calling the timeout and then they kicked the field goal. It was like one of those. Like it didn't feel like, normally he seems like he's ahead of everything. And, or maybe he just knew his team needed to keep up with the Chiefs. The Chiefs were fucking rolling. So maybe that's what it was. But Mahomes is really he's using his wheels so much, man, where it's like, I don't know. He's running a lot more than he used to, so that might be something to watch out for.
I think he's probably a lot healthier.
Oh yeah, maybe that's it.
You know what I mean? Because he injured his ankle in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and most of last season, you never really got the feeling that had totally healed.
Yeah.
And I think maybe this year he's probably in better shape. He's out here running around doing stuff.
He is he's so annoying with when he does it. Like the way he sticks the ball out at the end, just for that extra yard, even though he's got the first down already. It's just like, damn, I'd be so mad. And then for somebody talking trash sounding like Kermit the Frog, it's just wild. But there's 2 more games left because Monday night they just want to ruin everything. So your Falcons are playing the Bills, and then the Bears are playing the Commanders. So that'll be fun to see. But that's it for the Sunday games and the Thursday game. And week 5.
I mean, obviously the Bears and the Commanders game, all they're going to talk about is that fucking Fail Mary from last year.
Yeah.
Tyreek Stevenson and that whole situation.
Yeah.
And then as far as the Bills traveling down to the A, I mean, I fully expect to wake up tomorrow morning just looking at an absolute bloodbath. You know, it's crazy. I heard some conversations about this game yesterday, and they're like, well, the Falcons are the number 1 team. They have the number 1 defense by DVOA. And I'm like, okay, well, that just proves that DVOA is stupid. That should be my shit got learned for this week.
Yeah, the DVOA is stupid. Okay. Well, let's go through that, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what. Oh, is that your okay?
No, let's just do it.
All right. My real MVP. My real MVP is the one and only Patrick Mahomes. It almost is put some spec because everybody talking about everybody else but this man who happens to be the best football player in football, and he reminded us with a 4 touchdown performance, 1 on the ground, 3 in the air, 22 for 30, 257 yards. He had full command. When he starts to scramble, he never takes his eyes from that. It's like the dude has 2 sets of eyes, 2 in the front and 1 on each side. He sees every fucking thing, and it's insane how the team is in unison with him. If he's rolling out, somebody might start a wheel route while he's rolling out to the left and making the defender make a decision, and he almost always makes the right decision. So, of course, he's literally been the MVP of the league. But this week, once again,
You the real MVP.
What you got?
I already sort of blew mine earlier. It's got to be my man, former Bulldog George Pickens. I absolutely love this man. I want to watch him everywhere. I want to everywhere he goes. I want to go with him to the grocery store. What's he do when he goes to the grocery store? Like, what's he like when he goes to the bank? You know what I mean?
Yeah, good question.
What does he eat for breakfast? Like, I'm just curious. I want to know what this guy's all about. He's so much fun to watch play football. He must be having for a man, wide receivers, big egos.
Yes.
I think part of him is like, well, it kind of sucks that CeeDee Lamb is injured, but at the same time, I'm out here showing everybody, I told you I was the number 1 wide receiver. I'm a 1, not a 2, not a 3. I'm a fucking 1. Fuck the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who, Jerry, you want to re-sign me for next year? Fine. If not, that's also fine. Who else wants me? I'm going to go catch some footballs and punch people in the face and just jump over people. Let's go.
You the real MVP.
And jump over people. I like that. My trash probably is your trash, but I'm going to say the best player on the field should be your quarterback. That's the most important player. Definitely, if not the best. Touches the ball every play. So if you're out here with a 58.7 rating and you're getting 45 goddamn yards, 52% completion percentage, you got to be the trash. And I'm talking about none other than Justin Fields. I didn't think it could get this bad. This is the worst quarterbacking I think I've ever seen. As I was going, I'm not a big Tom Brady fan, but I have to quote him.
There's a lot of bad football from what I watch.
And all of it is by Justin Fields, who I think was this week's trash. I hope he can turn it around. He's a young player, but I just don't see it. I don't think he processes it well enough. So
You are trash!
I agree. That was also my trash. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
He's a good kid. He's from Kennesaw, Georgia. He's got a little bit of dog in him. Was back up to Jake Fromm for a couple of years.
and we see
And I was one who complained. We never had a running quarterback we never had a real dual threat quarterback at Georgia. And I was kind of bummed. I wanted to see it. But it turns out he's trash.
These blacks.
I know.
That's what they said in Georgia.
These blacks.
You are trash!
My shit I learned is related to the Philadelphia Eagles. The tush push. It's probably going to go away after this season because it just can't be officiated correctly. It was just another. Every time now, when they slow it down, somebody jumps off sides or is a false start, and they never catch it. And I think it's just too much to look at, and it's something that can't be officiated by camera, by these camera angles. Because if you start with that, that's a slippery slope where we're officiating like that. That might be the ultimate demise of the tush push because it's going to be a play that's all fucked up and there's nothing they can do with the naked eye to catch it, or they'll just continue having this play that is people have more reason to say it's unfair. So we might be watching the end because I saw another couple times when somebody's doing a false start and the ref misses it, and it's just like, now what? Or maybe they'll have a tush push ref or like a tush push camera angle.
Oh my God.
Where they use a camera just to see from the top, a drone. It's like, or I don't know, man. It's too murky. So I don't know how much longer it's gonna last, and I think it's because they're getting away with shit, and you don't know it until it's too late, and that's the worst feeling when you find out that your team lost because of some bullshit, a rule broken that didn't get caught. So that's my shit that got learned.
My shit got learned. I also kind of mentioned it earlier. I think Jacoby Brissett is a better option than Kyler Murray for the Cardinals for the rest of the season, period. He can scramble around if he needs to. The one thing he can do that Kyler Murray can't do is that he can stand in the pocket and make throws. He threw the ball a little too much, 27 for 44, but he managed to throw it for 320 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception, but he threw it for over 7 yards per reception.
Oh, wow.
I just think I think Kyler Murray, I think you could stick a fork in him. I think he's done. I think you're better off just, playing somewhat respectable football with Jacoby Brissett and then try to figure out what you're going to do for next year. Because I think the experiment is over.
Man, he's an official journeyman now. Jacoby Brissett.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's been.
That's
another thing.
I love this guy. It's like I always forget where he is, and I'm like, oh shit, he's over there now. Cool.
Wow. I think he's.
Which is not what we're going to be saying about Kyler Murray in the future.
No, he will not be. And some spec. I got to put some spec on. It's a twofold spec for me this week. Seattle Seahawks defense, and then on the other side of the ball, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Who they were just the defense holding the Jaguars to nothing. Like yards wide rushing, shut that rushing attack down, made T-Law and Associates have to try to beat him. But then Jackson Smith and Jigba with 8 receptions, 162 yards, and a tutty. Like, they all had to demand that respect that they weren't getting. So
Put some respect on my name.
I think I'm going to go with even at a loss, I'm going to go with the Ravens defense. I really like what they did this weekend. I like how they were able to come out and really push back against the narrative that has been sort of hovering over them and deservedly so. They've given up a lot of points. But I love to see a team come out here and play with some pride, despite the fact that they're, down a bunch of dogs, a bunch of dudes, and hold one of the best teams with one of the best quarterbacks in the league in football. It's only 17 points.
Yeah.
So, even at a loss, I think the Ravens defense should get some spec.
Put some respect on my name.
Yeah, man. The coordinator over there is getting a lot of love, too. All right, scariest AFC team. I got the Chiefs. Who you got? They were terrified.
Yeah, I think this idea that they have they kind of worked their way into this spot where it's like, don't forget about us.
Yeah. It's like, what's it called? Friday the 13th. Jason Voorhees. He's just walking. And they're running and falling and everything, and he just keeps walking, and he just catches them.
He's just like...
Yeah. Yep.
And they're getting Rashee Rice back, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. They feel like the scariest team in the AFC right now.
And then the NFC, I got the Bucs.
I think you really can't pick anybody else at this point. The Eagles feel fake.
Yeah.
I like the Rams, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And then Seahawks. I don't know.
Yeah.
Baker feels like that guy.
Yeah.
That we've said it before. Gun to your head. Got to have it.
Yep.
1 minute left on the clock. Got to have a touchdown. Who's your quarterback? For me, it used to be Mahomes.
Yeah.
Right now, it feels like Baker.
Yeah. That's great. All right, man. Woof. That was I got through it, man. I didn't know if I was gonna make it. I didn't know if I was gonna make it because my team let me down worse than ever. So we'll be back. This is therapeutic for me. We'll be back to talk about make some predictions for the week and talk about these Monday night games. Until then, y'all stay tuned. I've been Jonathan Rollins.
Give me Zara.
We'll be back soon. Peace.
Lady y'all.